Julio, I'm here. We'll be with you shortly. Waiting on my guest. Let's see. Lauren is having a little trouble logging in. This is live broadcast entertainment, isn't it? It is. Here we go. That is how it happens. So just chill. We'll be here momentarily. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Okay, we'll roll with it. Restream did an update, so maybe this link will work. All right. Technical difficulties, not the first time, not the last time. I am going to go ahead and show you my face. Hopefully that next link I just sent her will bring her to the stage. Where's my button? So many buttons, so many things to push. Welcome, it's Sunday. Time change, all kinds of excitement. Dog toys. There we go. Welcome to Sunday School. It's cool here at Sunday School. Yes, it is. Welcome. Oh, I heard the sound. She is coming on screen. Oh, look, it's over here. It's all different. Restream did that update. There she is. Welcome to the stage, Lauren Messina. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We're sporting our school garb. Here's my unicorn fart color hat. Thank you. School swag. Where's my camera? There it is. Oh, yes. I'm so glad you made it. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Sunday School. This is my weekly show that is still kind of new. I love it's the first November episode and it's episode 11. And you are here. We will be shaking and grooving. The time change may have messed some folks up, but you're here. I'm here. We're both here together. It's very exciting. We got our groove on last night with that 70s mix sharing on the school platform. A lot of people were getting down. So today, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Wendy Wiseman of Happier, Healthier Humans, Taming the Tensions of Modern Living, and passionate about creating a better world together by choosing to be happier and healthier, come what may, day by day. And a wonderful way to do that is moving and dance. My mother was incredibly amazed, shocked, and surprised when I didn't go to college for business like she wanted, but went into the School of Arts as a photographer and a multimedia artist, and then ended up in a piece for non-dancers, which led me to enter the School of Dance for the creativity, the performance art. It was incredible. It's where I got embodied. It's how I became a body worker. It just really, I stopped playing rugby too because I didn't want to get injured. But there's a little background about me that a lot of you didn't know. So I was super excited to find Lauren on the school platform, which is growing by leaps and bounds. And both of us have had a few different iterations of our school communities as we grow, as the platform grows. And I am here to help you all learn more about that and come join us on this wild new frontier that is school with a K. I know my camera's all different today. I'm like, where am I? So Lauren, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about you? Meanwhile, people, you can scan this QR code to check out the Women of Wellness Network, my women's networking group, and get a little glimpse of the platform. Lauren's at skool.com/dance. You can check that out while you're listening. And go ahead and say hello. Let the people know a little bit more about you.
Cool. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, great. Just had to double check. Yeah, hi, I'm Lauren. Thank you so much to Wendy for having me here. I'm excited about this. Um, yeah, Skool is such an awesome platform. I'm really enjoying being on it. And what can I say about me? I love to dance and move and share all things related to dance. I've been a mover my whole life, but formally dancing in lessons and things since I was 9. So my career has taken me through dance and choreography, and now I'm really just enjoying sharing movement online and in person.
Yes, encouraging every body to move. I love
Yeah.
that too, because I'm very passionate about that. I know I moved my camera, it's really kind of annoyed me. um, in my reminding people that it's not all about these preconceived notions of what dance is or what movement is or what exercise is, and helping folks find that curiosity about being in this wonderful thing called life, in this wonderful adaptable vessel, our body, right? So how did you find Skool? Tell us that little story.
Oh, how did I find Skool? Um, I follow a lot of Alex Hormozy's content, like I think a lot of people do, and I actually came to Skool by way of Alex Hormozy, but I was actually in a group on Skool already, and I didn't realize I was in it. A group called Synthesizer School, and Andrew Kirby's group. And so when the Skool games started, I got a notification email saying this thing had started, and I clicked the link and it was like, oh, interesting, Alex Hormozy, this app, I'll try it out. But I didn't realize I had already been on the app um, the year prior to that. So I hadn't actually like explored it or anything like that. And I didn't look into it until then. And then I looked and was like, oh, I've been missing out.
I think I have some members like that. We probably both have some members like that. It can be a little bit overwhelming at first when you come on. It's a new platform, and as humans, we tend to, sorry, dog interruption. He's bringing toys. We tend to, stay in that little comfort zone, and I'll go back and let them feed me ads and censor what I see on these other platforms. But then eventually it comes around. I mean, for me, I had seen about Sam and Skool, and I looked at it, but didn't really join and wasn't sure, couldn't handle it at the time, like we were just talking about. I'm like, too much, new. And then I got the email from Alex Hormozy about, I'm going all in. and then I got, I was on a networking call through the H7 network, and someone, Danny Del Vecchio, was leaving the alpha team of a network called to focus on his school group. So I was like, oh yeah, that, I forgot about that. So I dove back in, and boy, did I dive in. That was February, and I'm all green. I'm there every day. I'm building. I have so many projects sidebarred that I want to do. I have huge vision for the platform. It's very exciting, like back in the 90s with the domains and things, when I was officially in new media. What is that weird internet stuff you're doing, Wendy? Another thing that confused my mother very much. But here I am, here we are. And I would love for you to tell folks more about what you're doing now that you're on Skool. Tell us a little bit about your journey in your first building, and how you've come to this wonderful offering, helping us all take more movement breaks. But first, everyone, take a little wiggle. Yep. There you go. And listen up.
Okay, so I should actually go back a tiny bit, if that's okay. Okay. I started like last year trying out this new to me idea called My Free Dance Class. And it was just a chance to create free dance classes for dancers, because I knew that I was always looking for classes to get into, but a lot of them are pretty expensive. And so I had tried to start this thing in person, and that eventually shifted into Dance Hub, which is the first group that I started on Skool, which was a group for dancers. just to come together and to connect with each other. So it's funny, if you go back to the Skool Dance Instagram page, it just goes back to Dance Hub, and then it goes back to my free dance class. These things have just kind of evolved the whole time. But yeah, so the first group I started on Skool it's still here. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but it's called Dance Hub Community, and it's a group for dancers. And growing out of that, I tried another group called Dance Club, where I just felt like it would be fun for anybody to be able to join and dance together. And people came on, like my mom and my friend and my friend's aunt. And it was neat because I had only experienced school as like a place to connect with dancers, like people who you might think traditional, formally trained dancers. And then when I got on the Skool app, I was like, there's so many people here. But there's this barrier between me being able to like meet and connect and have people in this group when I'm limiting it. And so Dance Club was a cool way for me to just be able to like open things up. And I think it's really Skool that encouraged me to like open things up a little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of how we came to Skool Dance eventually.
Fun. And how's that going? The transition it's a little like herding cats, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's funny now, doing like moving people into different groups. I'm noticing other groups that are doing the same thing at the same time. And it's kind of funny seeing like you get used to this little container, I think. Like, this is our home. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of for me, it's like I have a vision, like you were saying, of what things could be, but it's kind of hard sometimes to relay that vision, like, and share it. So I'm learning like how to share the vision and how to also learn about what other people's visions are for the group too.
Right? That collaborative effect of coming together and sharing and just really helping the community grow the community and form the community. And we shall see what we shall see, right? It's kind of a wonderful improvisational process with, there's some structure, and then we kickstart it, but you never really know where it's going to go. It's a wild adventure, right? Like life. Awesome. So what are some challenges that you've encountered, or some doubts? Were there ever any moments when you were like, I want to give it up, or are you just all in, like, I'm going to make it work somehow? I mean, we're both in a lot of communities with that crew of people, and we're all kind of learning together. We're like this next wave. There was like the Doug and Dan and Ted, these certain waves of creators that come and rise. You can watch the leaderboards and see that. But there's that undercurrent that people don't see on the face to life, to living, and definitely to the entrepreneurial, the founder, the creator's journey. People don't see the blood, sweat, and tears, or if I get off alive and then go cry because it's a discharge, right? They don't see that stuff. They're just like, wow, look at that. So tell us a little bit about the nitty gritty and some of the challenges, if they were tech or mood or not some definite money struggles, but because there's so many things you want to do, but it's there's a lot of things. So just share with folks that might encounter some of these obstacles what you did to help boost you up. A little dance.
Absolutely. Yeah. There have been many struggles for sure, like a ton of challenges, really just like.
You're a mom too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a mom to a 3-year-old, so I don't have pets, but I am a parent, and I also was doing a lot of things like in person before this, and so the shift from going in person to online and kind of navigating, like, really being able to understand what people are saying online is different. I'm very like a sensing type person.
Expression.
Expression and energy and body language. And so kind of learning that online has been a little different, but like more immediate challenges for sure, like financial, just being able to like get a group started. And then at this point, getting multiple groups started at one time and deciding like, what am I going to cut back on? Because all these things cost money. In the beginning, I had like a lot of giveaways and classes and things that I had been paying for along the way. And then it was also just like, this isn't sustainable. It's like,
Yeah, the hard lessons, right?
yeah. But it is like, it's definitely been like a lesson for those kind of things. And it's good because I wouldn't have known if I hadn't tried. And a lot of this stuff, I don't have a ton of entrepreneurial experience to go off of from other things. This is kind of like my first. I'm an entrepreneurial person, and I have done stuff like Amazon FBA, and I never did drop shipping, but we were big FBA people, me and my partner. And yeah, so this has been completely different though, because it's really just trial and error. And I would say finding time around like our family schedule and finding money to put into this and trying to build and trying to give and share. It's a tricky balance because it's also like, I need to support myself too.
And I need to get off the devices for a little bit too, right?
I hear a lot of people talking about even I have many friends that are trying to be online less, and so they want to participate, but they just can't do it in this like period. So yeah, it's been interesting to find out like what's working and what's hard, and yeah, those are some of the immediate challenges. And then yeah, I'm just trying to like find people and learn to invite them in a way that's not like, hey, do you want to join this group? But sometimes, hey, do you want to join this group? And then I realize I'm like, oh, that's different than me in real life. So yeah, just trying to find like what's my flow.
Right. I did that Friday night because I kickstarted the new business project Boost, and I got all excited and I sent all these things out, and then I was like, the next day I was like, oh, I did it again, like a puppy, you get so excited about these things, and it's just like it's a little much sometimes. And it's kind of the double-edged sword of the multi-passionate, uber creative, imaginative. We really have to rein in a lot of that too, to be able to focus and keep it in line, to keep advancing instead of just going all over the place. Because who was it? Someone said, you can't ride a lot of horses with one butt. Something like that. It's like, that's true. It's like,
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. I got to find that again and practice it so it's smooth. It's a good one. It's a good one. It really illustrates the point that, oh yeah, you can try to juggle a lot of balls, but you can only ride. You only got one butt to ride the horses. So.
That's the truth. Wow.
Yeah. It's definitely a wild ride.
Yeah.
I distracted myself now. Oh, look, we've got some folks in the comments. Hi, Dimitri. Thanks for joining. Everybody out there, please leave a message on whichever of the platforms that you are joining from. Christy's in the house. Awesome.
Yay.
Welcome. So glad you're here. And for those of you that maybe joined late or are seeing it later on the replay, please drop replay and just give us a wave, because it's great to see that you said hello. It fills us with that little dopamine hit, right? Little dopamine hit. And then you can take another movement break. I'm always talking about how every coach will tell you to know your big why, right? That big why that helps pull you through when you don't know what to do. And for me, it's arms up to the sky and a great big why, which unwinds that down over desks and devices that even we as movers get caught up in. And it empowers and uplifts you and opens you to the possibilities. And it's something you can do in your mind's eye, right? That even if you don't have arms that go that high, instead of bemoaning your limitations, you can find the range or just simply imagine that, right? I use that a lot because of my athletic training and my dance training. And I point out to people that if you can't do this physical activity you want to do, you can visit it in your mind's eye. You can go through it, and it actually has an impact. That mental rehearsal thing that actually does have physiological benefits for you and improves your state of being. So even though I haven't been able to participate in a lot of your dance breaks or dance classes, I'm still energized, and I get a boost just from seeing them, thinking about them, and it kind of, I can feel it right now. It gives me this little energy thing. And so it's so wonderful to see you putting them out there and see the little people that joined. And why don't you tell us a little bit about how some of those have gone, and some maybe feedback you've gotten from people that have joined into your little dance breaks.
Yeah.
Give the folks a little bit about that.
Cool. So yeah, we've been having dance breaks for at least a month now. I'd say probably like 6 weeks or so between the different groups. But yeah, we've had anywhere from me in my living room to maybe 7 people, I think, at the most. But yeah, people just hop on, and it's fun to see different people like in their kitchen or their bedroom or their living room, and we just start dancing for 15 minutes and then get off and say goodnight. But I've seen people join, and cameras on or cameras off, but I've had people message afterward and say that they felt great. And for me, it's just been really like something that I needed in this time. Have a space to groove and to do it with other people. And I haven't been inviting people to my house for like dance parties. So this is a chance to do it. But maybe I need to invite people to my house for dance parties.
A lot of us, you're in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Well, John Myers is down there. He's been on some previous episodes of this.
That's awesome.
And some other folks. Christina's down there, and she's going to be on an upcoming episode at some point. So, I'm just bringing school creators in. And all of us, for those of you that don't know, are part of a group called Break Free Island. You can go check that out too, or just check the replays of this Sunday School. He was on 2, one more with his story and one talking about the games that we're doing as captains of ships and things to just gamify health and wealth and growth. And a lot of us are gearing our journey towards in real life events. I mean, some of the creators are already doing that. I definitely have plans to do some in real life Sacramento area meetups, and to do some group specific kind of gatherings and retreats. So I think that's great to bring it home, right? It's also a great bonus. I know another creator that they offer that as a super special bonus fast action thing, is actually at their house, like a dinner party type thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, there's all kinds of great, bringing the connection to the next level. And that's so much of what Sam's all about on this mission to build 1 billion communities that are really about connecting. He won't even add the feature of scheduling posts, because he says you can't automate connection, right? You can't automate community. And so I think that's really, he's keeping it super simple and focused on creating those connections and sharing, and the education. Andrew Kirby is doing amazing work with that too. And the games are just really motivating so many people. Whether you want a Cybertruck or not, those ads Alex is doing are hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. They're really funny.
Yeah, a lot of creative school creators making ad creatives. I made it through that. Yay. Awesome. So that's a little sneak peek at what's next for both of us. I think it's some in real life action.
Absolutely.
Yes. So let's see. Usually wrap up with some gems for some people, other than, both of us encourage more movement throughout the day in more ways, right? Move more in more ways. One of my clients was like, I can't do the journaling or the meditating. And I'm like, then do some angry dancing, right? She was just, I'm like, that's a great way to she was goth industrial. So that really worked for her. I'm like, it's a reset, right? Because you can't be depressed or worried or anxious when you're moving, when you're exercising. That's why exercise is so good, because your body literally has to pull into what you're doing, moving through. So you don't have all that time for our silly human catastrophizing and worrying and fear, anxiety and depression. And it really breaks the state. And it's great. Little bursts like that, right? Doesn't have to be. When I worked at Dance Space Project in New York City, and I curated an evening of food for thought, which is brings other creators, choreographers together. And mine were short pieces because I come from punk rock, of course. It's like these blah, 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 and the song's over. Right? None of this like full album lengths, turn it over, Inagata Davida stuff. For those of you that know. So I was a little, put off by some of the full evening pieces that went on for 20, 30 minutes, but they weren't really taking you anywhere, right? It's like reading a story or watching a TV show that's just kind of eye candy. And maybe not even your taste of eye candy. So I made a point of having folks do short pieces, which was challenging. It's like that very popular quote, I would have written a longer letter or a shorter letter if I had more time. That, and all of us are going through that in our communities on Skool as well, because my first venture, I poured so much in the classroom. It's like a tidal wave. And we learned that actually you don't have to tell everybody everything on the about page. You don't have to put everything there because it's actually too much, and less is more. So tuning in and sifting through and refining and finding those kernels is something that's key in the choreographic process, right? In the creative painting or whatever your art, but also in business and in human relation and communication. So I think this is just super exciting. Obviously, I'm a little passionate about it. People know about it. So the last couple of minutes here are for you to give the people some gems, some takeaways, some wisdom or whatnot.
Yeah. Wisdom, takeaways, just anything?
Yeah. What would you like to share with the people?
I think
for the world.
All that stuff that you're saying is so resonates with me, just like going through cycles of learning to, whether it's you want to say edit or curate or simplify, like sometimes when I just come in and keep things really simple with no plan, no agenda, it's just like the best experiences happen. Like, I keep hearing it on podcasts, but I don't remember. I think it's Matthew Thompson that was saying, or Ted Carr was saying, like, the only difference between a trip and an adventure is when something goes wrong. And that has stuck with me so much, because it's like, you don't plan for, some people plan for an adventure, but like the best adventures I've had in life weren't the ones that were planned for. They're the ones that just kind of came from the things that happened on the way. And like you're saying about these little, when you're, whether it's like your friend that the goth industrial, when you have to do the aggressive punch the floor dance, like the movement that just pulls us down into this present moment. If we can stay connected with this present moment, whether it's through our bodies or through movement, we'll see and sense some of the things that I think we miss out along the way. At least for me, like when I'm in this present, I'm just walking along the journey, keeping things simple and just finding a flow, which is not easy. Yeah. I'm usually somewhere else, but when I'm in that space, it's like I see this adventure and I see this journey, especially with Skool. And it's like the vision can be so huge. And it's so much fun, like just keeping things simple, just putting one foot in front of the other. And yeah, things sometimes have a way of turning out for the best. So yeah, that's I think where my headspace is for people.
Right on. So skool.com/dance. I'm not prepared with captions and things, but we had a great conversation. So here we go. Let me screen share real quick before we go away. I can do it.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you click the button over here so it actually shares. Oh, they took that away. Awesome, because that was messing with me. There's our chat. Thank you. Here it is. Look, folks, it's really easy to find. Skool Dance. Come and join.
Yay. Yes, please. Come join.
There it is. On that note, we will leave you to the exploration. Thank you so much for being with us today, Lauren. I look forward to moving along this
Yeah.
wonderful wild ride that is life with you
Aw.
and
Thank
the
you
others.
so much, Wendy. Thank you.
Come join us next week. I'm here every week with a schedule is coming together. So if you're a school creator and would like to come and be on the show, please let me know. Here we go. Wherever you are, whatever you do, it's up to you. So choose to make it a great day the wise way, and I'll see you soon.